We're baking biscuits. First we mix the dough. Then we take a rolling pin and roll it out like so. We'll put them in the oven when we've cut them out. And that's what baking biscuits is all about.
I thought I heard singing. What are you doing?
Well, if you heard the song, Snodgrass, you ought to know. Come on, let's sing it again, Auntie Flo.
Oh, all right. What we're doing is...
Music. We're baking biscuits. First we mix the dough. Then we take a rolling pin and roll it out like so. We'll put them in the oven when we cut them out. And that's what baking biscuits is all about.
It looks fun.
Oh, yes, it is. There, now we've rolled out the dough. It's time for my favourite bit of all.
What's that?
Cutting them out into shapes. And I think we're going to have some star shapes and some circles. Now, where's my cutter? Here we are. There. One.
They look all floppy. They don't look like biscuits to me.
They haven't been cooked yet, Snodgrass.
No, when we've cut them out, we'll put them in the oven and they'll all go nice and brown and crispy.
I can hardly wait.
They're not for you, Cauldron. They're for the magician. We're making him a special tea.
Yes, we've made him a nice salad, which he loves, and some ice cream and biscuits to follow.
You'll have to be careful the ice cream doesn't melt. It's rather warm in here.
Right, but Toby's put a spell on it to stop it melting.
I'm sure the magician will enjoy everything we've made, and he doesn't know anything about it. It's going to be a complete surprise, and you know he loves surprises.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you let me eat it? Then there'd be nothing at all for his tea. That would be a surprise for him, wouldn't it? Ho, 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 ho.
Would. I think it's a surprise he probably wouldn't like. Now, I think that's enough star shapes. I think we'll do some circles now.
How are you going to do that? It was easy to cut out the star shapes because you had a star-shaped cutter. But you haven't got a round cutter, have you?
No, but I have got a cup, look. And what shape is the top?
It's round.
That's right. Now, watch this. There we are.
Huh?
There.
Cool. That's clever.
Can I have a go, please, Auntie Flo?
Oh, yes, you can both have a turn.
Oh.
And then when they're cut out, we'll put them in the oven to cook. There, you try that one. Now, press really hard.
Yeah.
That's it. Really hard. Splendid. Now, let's see what we've got. Oh, well done, Toby.
Did you hear that? It sounded like the front door.
Yes, I wonder who it is.
Hello? Are you up there?
Oh, it's the
dear.
magician. Oh, no, and we haven't finished the biscuits yet. If he comes up here, it'll spoil the surprise.
Well, I tell you what, I'll stop him coming up. I'll tell him there's something in the garden I want him to see. All right.
Thank you.
Magician, there's something in the garden I'd quite like you to see. Could you stay a moment?
Oh, phew, that was close. The surprise was nearly ruined.
Well, now Auntie Flo's gone, I suppose we'll have to put the biscuits in the oven ourselves.
Oh, no, Snodgrass, we can't do that. The oven's ever so hot, you know. We might burn ourselves.
Oh, yes, you're right. I'd forgotten that. But if we don't use the oven, how can we cook the biscuits?
Yes, it's a problem. Pity I can't breathe fire like the little dragon.
Ugh! I wouldn't like to breathe fire.
Yes, but if I breathed fire on the biscuits, that would be one way of cooking them, wouldn't it?
I suppose it would. But it sounds even more dangerous than using the oven.
Whatever did happen to the little dragon? The magician told us he was chained up in Mr. Puffle's garden. Then he said he escaped. I wonder how he got away.
Well, we could always look in the puddle and find out. We can't do any more baking until Auntie Flo gets back, can we?
You're right, Snodgrass. Come on. Right.
Just a minute, Toby. You've got flour on your hands. You don't want to make the puddle all messy, do you?
Oh, you're right, Snodgrass. I know what. I'll do a magic stir.
The little dragon was chained up in Mr. Puffle's back garden for some days, and Mr. Puffle made the dragon light his fire for him every morning. But one day, the dragon breathed fire on the chain. The chain snapped, and the little dragon was free again. He flew off into Puddle Lane. Sarah and Geeta were with Miss Baker when the dragon flew in and landed on the table. He began to weep. "You poor little thing," said Miss Baker. "I'll take off that horrid chain." "Don't!" cried Sarah. "Don't!" cried Geeta. "It's a dragon." "Nonsense," said Miss Baker, and she took off the chain. At once, the little dragon leant over and burnt all Miss Baker's cakes with his fiery breath. Then he flew out into Puddle Lane. He saw Davy and Captain K and flew down towards them in fury. He seized Captain K's hat and pulled it off, but Davy swung his basket at him and drove him away. As he flew into the magician's garden, the dragon saw 2 red ears. He flew down and bit one as hard as he could. There was a roar like thunder, and there was the Gruffle. Even the little dragon was frightened, and he flew away as fast as he could. But the magician heard the Gruffle roar, and he looked out of the window. He saw the little dragon, and he picked up his magic red ball. The little dragon landed on the roof, looked down, and saw Jeremy Mouse in the garden below. He hurtled down from the roof with a burst of fire. Jeremy looked up and saw the dragon, and at that moment the magician hurled the magic ball into the garden. It broke over the dragon's head. As the magic touched him, the little dragon turned into stone and fell to the ground, and Jeremy Mouse tore back to his hole under the tree. "You promised not to eat the animals in my garden," said the magician, as he put the stone dragon on the mantelpiece in his room. "You should never break a promise, especially when it's made to a magician."
So, there you are, Snodgrass.
And is the stone dragon still on the mantelpiece?
I don't think so. Let's go and have a look. No, he's not there anymore. But I can't say I'm sorry. He was a very unpleasant little creature.
You wouldn't really like to be able to breathe fire like him, would you, Toby?
Well, I thought it might be useful for baking our biscuits. But can you remember what happened to Miss Baker's cakes when he breathed fire on them?
They burned, didn't they?
Yes, I wouldn't like to burn the biscuits, or anything else for that matter. But what if I didn't have fiery breath, but just really hot breath? That might be enough to bake the biscuits.
It might, but you haven't got really hot breath, have you? So it's no good thinking about it.
Ah, I could always give myself hot breath with a magic spell. Couldn't we, Cauldron?
Yes, I suppose you could.
Well, let's try it then. What do we need?
To begin with, something hot.
Well, that's no good, is it? We're not allowed to touch anything hot.
Yes, I know, and quite right too. But what about peppermints? They've got a hot sort of taste, but they're quite safe to touch, aren't they?
Very good idea. And I think we've got some peppermints up here on the shelf. There we are. Some peppermints for Cauldron.
Thank you. I love peppermints. Oh, and they are hot too.
Well, that's wonderful. Now, if we're going to have hot breath, I suppose we need a colour beginning with B for breath.
Brown. A brown buckle. I can see one on the shelf by your books.
Ah, yes, here we are. A brown buckle.
Thank you. Now, you don't need reminding how the magic tune goes, do you?
Certainly not, Cauldron. It goes boom, 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 boom. And the magic clap goes. And now, the magic rhyme. Dragon wagon, wagon dragon, uncooked biscuits we have got. Wagon dragon, dragon wagon, bake them with breath that's really hot.
Well, has it worked? Do you feel any different? No, don't tell us. I don't want your hot breath all over me.
Don't worry. You'll only have hot breath when you twitch your tail once, Toby.
Oh.
And if you twitch it twice, you can stop it.
Oh, right. Thank you, Cauldron. Well, here goes then. One twitch. Now stand back, everybody. See if my breath will cook the biscuits. There. Right. 2 twitches of my tail. 1, 2, and my breath is back to normal. And hasn't it made a wonderful job of cooking the biscuits?
Yes, but look what it's done to the salad and the ice cream.
Oh, no. The salad's all scorched.
Yes, and the ice cream's melted.
Oh, no. Well, this is certainly going to be a surprise tea for the magician, isn't it?
Oh, yes, and look at the roses, magician.
Well, yes, the roses do look lovely, but I'm surprised you brought me out here just to look at the garden.
Actually, I did have my reasons for bringing you out into the garden, magician.
Oh? You're being very mysterious. What's going on?
You'll see.
Well, can we go in now? Because it's nearly tea time and we haven't made anything to eat yet.
Well, yes, I suppose so.
Oh dear, no.
Now, close your eyes, magician.
Here they come. Oh, dear, I wish I hadn't missed with that spell.
There, here we are.
Well, what's happening then?
Well, we made you a surprise tea. That's why I took you out into the garden, so the surprise wouldn't be spoiled.
Ah, I see. Well, how nice. What sort of tea have you made me?
Well,
Biscuits.
well, we will be having biscuits, but I haven't cooked them yet.
Oh.
But I can do that while you're eating your salad and ice cream.
The biscuits are cooked, actually, Auntie Flo. I did it with a magic spell.
Yes, but the trouble is the salad and ice cream are cooked as well.
Be quiet, Snodgrass.
No. What on earth's happened?
Is it all right if I open my eyes now?
If you like, magician. But I don't think you'll like it.
There's your tea, magician. Now that really is a surprise, isn't it? Ho, 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 ho.
It's not funny, Cauldron.
Oh, I don't know, Toby. It is quite funny. I mean, not many people would think of cooking a salad and ice cream.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've spoiled everything.
Never mind, Toby. I'm sure you meant well.
Yes, and besides, look at all these lovely biscuits we've got to eat. And don't they look delicious? Oh, ow!